no, the suffering continued after you became a Christian. Paul's going to talk about two kinds of suffering basically here. Or rather, let me say it in this way. There's a suffering that is pointless, and then there's a suffering that has power. And he's going to break this down, and he's going to say that there are three categories in which I can talk about suffering. And then there are three categories, is that right? In which I can talk about glory. I can talk about the suffering of Jesus. He's in the category of one. I can talk about the suffering of Christians. That's us. And I can talk about the suffering of creation. That's a pretty big category if you stop and think about it. But then he says, I can also talk about the glory of Christ. I can talk about the glory of Christians, and I can talk about the glory of creation. But he wants us to understand that right now, guess what? This is just fantastic to find out. There's a whole bunch of suffering. And you don't get to be exempt, and I don't get to be exempt. And we would like to be exempt, and people spend a whole lot of time in life trying to escape what cannot be escaped. And that is, whether you're a Christian or not,